This is, believe it or not, Ken Krell. I apologize for the horrible voice, but if you can hear me, if you could pop in the chat and let me know that you can hear me okay. At least hear volume at the very least. Okay, cool. Hi, Nikki. Hey, Linda. Excuse me. Hey, Aileen. We were hoping that my voice would have returned by the time we began this today, but apparently not. But you're more important than my voice. So, yeah, I have, no, I don't have a cough. I have worse than a cough. Yep, I sound horrid, Jennifer. I know. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. No, we're going to do it now because I want to serve you. But as long as, yeah, I've got some hot water with lemon here that I'll be using as we progress through today. But anyway, thank you for the hugs and for everything. But I thought about postponing, but frankly, it's more important for me. There's some new people here with us that are new adopters, and I want to make sure everyone gets served. And so as I have the volume, let me see. Let's see if I can do that a little bit here. See, is this any better for you guys if I do this? Anyway, we'll just jump in. And we may not go a full 2 hours today, but Chinese herbs, yes. Okay, great. Thanks, Linda. So anyway, I'm thrilled to be back with you guys. And once again, I apologize for the lousy audio on my end. So we're going to do the best that we can. Now, just a little housekeeping for today. The plan was to do this from my mom's house. My mom lost internet today, so I'm at excuse me, I'm at my friend Doug's house, and you might hear some birds screaming in the background because he has cockatoos and you name the bird, he's got it apparently, and they're big and they're loud. So I'm kind of hidden away in a corner. Hopefully that will stay silent for us today. So anyway, that's what we'll do. I want to, excuse me, boy, they just fed me, and we just raced to get here on time for y'all today. So what I want to do is I want to serve you today. And if you have questions, my kind of webinar, parrot play. Yeah, exactly, Michaela, exactly. That was the other word I was looking for, parrots. I mean, there's one that's an 18-year-old parrot that's here with us today in the other room. So it's been an interesting day listening to these birds screaming all day. And knowing that I was going to be with you, it seems like they knew that and they decided they would start acting out over the past 15, 20 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. So a little update here. Matt was about to release version 1.0 to all of us last week. And when we installed it on, excuse me, when we installed it on our Totalpreneur site, we discovered that there was a conflict with wishlist member. And that was obviously a problem that many of you would not be satisfied with because it was using the same calling codes as wishlist was. So Matt is redoing that. We expect within the next couple of days he'll have that finished, and you'll be able to see 1.0 because there's a few things at 1.0 that will be different. Hey Gary, I'm going to upgrade you to an organizer as soon as I can find you. There we are. Okay. So we'll get you into organizer mode. Matt should be joining us today very shortly. His daughter got a college scholarship, and he's supposed to be en route to the college to sign the papers because it's got to be done in person. So he should be joining us as soon as he can get dialed in. Anyhow, so you'll be seeing 1.0 within probably the next week or so. We want to make sure it's just tested out and great. But there are a few things at 1.0 that will be different for you. And by the way, yeah, we are recording this in whatever nasty fashion it's going to be. I was supposed to unmute you guys. I forgot all about doing that. Let me forgive me for forgetting that. I'm going to start unmuting you guys. If your volume, if you have noise in the background, I'll ask you to mute yourselves. And I apologize for forgetting to do that normal procedure here. So I'm going to do that right now. Anyway, the what you're going to see in 1.0, I'm expecting. See somewhere there's I'm echoing on somebody's end here. Let's see if I can get you guys unmuted here. Okay. All right. Anyway, you're going to see in 1.0 a little bit of a different user interface, and I will have a. Lynn, if you could mute yourself, that would be cool. Because I'm coming in on an echo. Okay, I'm going to mute Lynn. There we go. Okay, Michaela, I'm unmuting you. Anyhow, I was talking to Gary earlier today, and he mentioned to me that some of you may be experiencing either some confusion or um, uh, I'll leave the word as confusion. Let me share with you the 2 or 3 main reasons for using SiteWrap so we can stay close to our purpose, okay? Because there are basically 3 main, excuse me, 3 main usage, primary uses rather, for SiteWrap. Number one, which is our original intention, was to use SiteWrap to keep people on our websites longer and thus go and rank higher in the search engine. So it was going to be strictly for content and content retention rather than sending somebody off your website. And you don't need anything other than a very simple wrap to do that. Okay. And by the way, if you do have background noise, I'll just ask you to mute yourselves. Okay. Yeah. And I see that. Me. Exactly, Jennifer. So you're not looking to do affiliate marketing. You just want to keep people on your site longer, keep your authority position, and not lose anybody to leave your site as they would in a normal uh, uh, blog scenario. Okay. So that's the one purpose. And actually, that's the main purpose that we actually created the software until we discovered all the other things that it does and does so well. So, and by the way, if you are making some noise in the background, I can't see who you are, but if you would mute yourself, I would really appreciate that. If anyone's beating anybody up in the background, that any abuse, child abuse, whatever else, just keep it to a minimum. Thank you. Okay. Anyhow, so when you're doing that, what you've seen on the main page, let me see if I can go over there now. Let me just see if I can get to the. Let's just close PowerPoint real quickly here and go to the dashboard. Okay. If you can see my dashboard, and we'll go to iBoostify. Right now, in just a second, what will come up for you? All right, whoever's moving furniture, could you do that later on? I'd really appreciate that. Do you guys see my screen? Let's see if I. No. Oh, let me show my screen now. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. Thank you. All right. Now, if you guys can see my screen now, would you just pop in the chat? Okay. Thank you. I see you waving. Thank you. All right. I was one of you guys unmuting. Tell you what, why don't you guys all mute yourselves, and when you want to talk, then you can unmute yourself because that will make things a lot better. All right. What you're seeing right now is the current 0.995 version with the defaults at the top in blue. That will be not hidden, but you only need to put defaults in once. So you won't see that when you initially go to that page. There'll be a series of tabs across the top, and there'll be a tab for defaults, there'll be a tab for single wrap, and there'll be a tab for campaigns, just to make life simpler. And so what you're seeing here with this funnel creation tool is you see in gray the ability to create a funnel. But you can also just create a single wrap right here very quickly, just by filling in the name of the page you're going to create or the wrap you're going to make, the site you're going to wrap, and the return link. That's it. And hit create it, and you're done. So it's really 3 lines you're going to plug in once your defaults are set. That's it. You're done. You're finished. So that's as fast as it takes to create a wrap, period. Done. Okay, if you wanted to get more advanced, and maybe advanced isn't even the right word, if you wanted to do more wraps and you wanted them to link to one another, then you could create a campaign which is just continuing down the page. All right. But for those of you that just want to do a single wrap, you do it right here. You just do it right here. And literally it's that simple. It's the first 3 lines. Your zoom would be an adjustment. Your top image would come from defaults. Your height and your background color are all in your defaults. So it's really super simple, more simple than we ever created before. Okay. So if all you want, so you wouldn't have to go into add a new page. Exactly. All right. And it doesn't assume a blank template. It creates a blank template. It puts it in for you. And it creates a category that is a site wrap category for pages, which WordPress doesn't usually provide for. So we created all that. All right, that makes life so much easier. You'll do it in seconds. I mean, literally in seconds. And we've demoed this before, so I won't waste your time by demoing it now. But you all have the ability to do that right now. You've had that ability for quite a few weeks now already. You don't need to do more than that. It's that fast. And once you do it, at the top of the page, it'll say something up here. It'll say your wrap is created. Click here to see it, and you're done. I mean, it's really that fast. Okay. So for those of you that want to simply do I didn't skip over the basic uses. I just gave you the answer to the one piece. So we're going to go back. We're going to now to the second use. Excuse me. Let me take a sip of this hot water. Give me 1 second here. I want to do this real quick. Okay. The second use is for video marketers. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gary.
I was just going to take over for the silence while you were taking care of yourself, but you came back.
No, go ahead.
That's okay. No, I
Okay.
was going to fill the gaps so there wasn't a.
I love you. Yeah, I'm trying to mind the gap. Okay. Anyway, the category. No, Linda. The category is created by us for you. It's a iBoostify category, and we create that to manage it. So don't screw with it. Leave it exactly as it is, please, because what that does is it creates the format for your blank template and everything else. So leave it exactly as is, please. Now, the second main reason you want to use SiteWrap is for videos. You see, in YouTube, you guys hear the birds behind me? If you do, that's welcome to my zoo. Did you hear that? Is that cool? Anyway, the second main reason is with YouTube. YouTube allows you to create clickable links on your videos, which I think is really cool because it allows you to say, or allows you to give a call to action in your videos. So if you're marketing anything or you want to have a call to action, you can. Here's the thing though, if you are an affiliate marketer, you will not be happy to discover that you can only send people to websites that you own. They're called affiliated or associated sites. And to set that up, you actually have to put a little line of code into your website so Google can verify it. So you can't send people to an external site that is external to you. All right. I mean, they'll call it an external website, but that's external to YouTube. We're talking that they want it to be a site that you have control of. So if you're an affiliate marketer, you don't have control of most of the sites, right? You're sending people to those sites to make money. With SiteWrap, you were able to send people to your own website, as you know, and the wrapped page is the external site. So you're able to solve that whole problem right there. Okay, and the video people are going to be loving that once they discover all of what that will do. We're expecting well over 1,000 video users to be online with SiteWrap within the next 6 months. I mean, that's the promise that some of the affiliate marketers have mentioned to me. It's like they can't wait to get it done. Okay, Michaela, tell me what the big problem with that is. She's saying big problem with that stuff. So tell me what the problem is. You can't just say big problem.
Oh, sorry. I was raising my hand instead of unmuting myself. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yeah, absolutely. The more you
Okay, great.
the more you guys talk, the better it is for me today. So I'm going to really ask you to participate. Okay.
Okay, I started by participating in a giveaway. Actually, I had been up to that point for about a month. I had been using the site wrap as content.
Wait. Let me make sure. Are we talking about video now? Because I want to stay with this with the exact subject matter that we're talking about. Is this relating to video and video links?
Well,
Because
you were talking about affiliate marketing, and
yeah.
I was actually going to address the affiliate marketing.
Okay,
It is.
let's wait then till I'm finished with the three main uses for this. Okay, because
Okay,
I think I know where you're
sure.
going, and
Got it.
I don't want
Got
to
it.
lose the flow. Okay,
Sure. Okay.
okay. Thanks. We're gonna handle that, but I want to handle it after we take care of the last piece. This was video, okay, and the affiliate marketers will use it for video. The third piece, the third piece is traditional affiliate marketing, and in traditional affiliate marketing, you're going to send people to third-party links. Normally, SiteWrap allows you to keep them on your site, and this is the same concept, of course, same structure. Although some affiliate marketers will want to on the return page, rather than taking them back to their existing blog or resource page, may want to send them to a second offer, third offer, fourth offer, which is why we created for you the ability to do a sales funnel. That's the only difference.
Can
Yeah,
can I maybe rephrase
sure,
your description there a little bit,
sure,
particularly for the people who are joining us for the first time?
sure.
In traditional affiliate marketing, and if you take, for example, using a ClickBank product, you actually send somebody over to the seller's funnel. They leave your site. They exit with your ClickBank affiliate ID, but you lose contact and even control of them. One of the benefits of wrapping is that you can keep your visitor on your site, and they are, as an example, like a porthole, they are viewing the product owner's sales page, but through your porthole. So you are not losing control of them until they take an action, if I can describe it that way. Just hope that was clear.
Yeah.
For anybody who may have had it.
Okay. Yes, I hear Gary perfectly, guys. You need to update that. Okay. Now, that's the general idea of affiliate marketing. Now, the backside of affiliate marketing, or the reason why SiteWrap is so phenomenal, is that you can add retargeting to it, which allows you to control the conversation after someone's left your site. They're going to leave your site two ways. They're going to leave your site either by buying, or they're going to leave your site by clicking the header and going somewhere else, or they'll just close out the page. One way or the other, one of those ways, they're going to leave your site. Either way, if they've clicked that link, you've got retargeting script that you damn well better put on there. And I mean that as seriously as it sounded, because that's going to make you probably 2 to 3 times the money based on the statistics of what retargeting can do. What retargeting does is it allows your advertising to follow your visitors for as long as you want, and you can re-market them multiple times as they travel around the web, which is why the sales goes up so much. Someone sees the page, they see these ads following them for the next few days, next couple of weeks, and finally they're like, well, shit, I should really take a better look at this thing. And sales go up by anywhere from 300 to 400% based on some of the statistics that you can Google. We will have those statistics posted in our sales material, and probably we're going to create an infographic as well. Hang on a second, let me take a sip. But that's pretty significant, and the exit pop-ups and so on. So those are the 3 basic uses. Now, Michaela's been having a bit of an issue lately, and what she seems to have discovered is that apparently buy buttons from that are JavaScript buttons from from PayPal are not working. And I talked to Matt earlier today briefly, and apparently that's accurate. They apparently are not working in an iframe. So if you have that problem, then you're not going to wrap those pages, plain and simple. Okay, we've never represented that SiteWrap works for everything. We've always disclosed that there are going to be limitations, and so the first thing you're going to do with everything you wrap, and I mean everything you wrap, is you're going to test. If you don't test, if you don't review, that's just poor business on everything. Whether you send an email to somebody, anything you do, you should always test before you go out publicly. So you always want to test your links. I would venture to say, and I wouldn't even know statistics as to how many people have YouTube links versus JVZoo links or whatever else. But if you're in that scenario, then that's a page you're not going to want to wrap, plain and simple. We can't wrap everything, and we can't control what someone does. My experience as a marketer, very few people that I'm marketing are running with PayPal links. Most people are using a JVZoo or whatever, or their own shopping cart link. They're not using PayPal links, but yet a lot of them are. So,
may I ask a question?
Let me finish my sentence, and I'll be happy to let you jump in. So if you can't wrap it, you can't wrap it. It's just that simple. But I'd say the vast majority you can. Okay, now you can ask your question, Aileen.
Given that so many people use PayPal, is it possible to create the iframe, to create the wrap with an opt-in form, but then when it goes to a sales page, let's say the one-time offer, whatever, can it be created so that either opens up a new window or goes to a different place? Because right now it stays within the frame. I don't know if we can control that or not, though.
I'm lost to what you're asking me.
Right now, when we wrap a page, any links that we click within that wrap stay wrapped, correct?
Not all of them, no. If you're doing a buy link, it usually opens up a new page because it goes to a secure site.
You know what? I think I just answered my own question, because if it's somebody else's opt-in form, unless they have created a new window open, there's not much we can do about it.
Exactly.
Maybe we could talk to the owner of the product themselves directly and ask them if they would create that for us.
Well, you can, but unless you are a significant affiliate marketer, why would they give a shit? To be as blunt as possible. I mean, why would I
Yeah.
do why would I do that for you? And I mean, really, why would I bother? You're making more work for me. And unless you're going to do 1,000 units or 500 units or 200 units, why? Who cares? Just do it the way everybody else does and leave me alone. And that's not a positive thing to say about for SiteWrap. But at the end of the day, that's my reaction to you. I've done a number of custom things for affiliates who produce zero for me. I will never do that again. So, obviously, you learn. So, the bottom line is we can't do everything. We want to. I want to. When I heard that yesterday or whenever day it was, when I saw your email about it, I was like, bullshit. We got to be able to do this. And Matt said no. So are we, have I surrendered completely? No, there's got to be some way we can do something, but I don't know what that is at this moment. So the response that I have unilaterally is we ain't everything to everybody. We can't be, and all we can do is the best that we can. Gary.
Ken, can I shed in what I'll call facts of life?
Yeah.
And I'll use ClickBank as an example, and I'm not jumping up and down on ClickBank purely for that purpose. There are marketers who are less than honest in the flow with what they offer their affiliates. It has not been uncommon for people to use a ClickBank link and find that they have lost a lot of the commission. Or some product owners have designed it so that they have a very low point of entry, $2, $5. They're offering 75%, but the upsell for $997 does not tag the person who introduced them.
Right.
With that being the state of the barrel of apples, for want of a better description, we can't control what apples are there because we are selecting a product owner's product, and by default we have to accept their terms of doing business. And if it's not acceptable to us, then we have a choice.
Yeah.
Take it, like it or lump it.
Yeah, it's true. And the thing is, you may very well find. I mean, to me, here's the thing. This is going to come out probably tacky, but to me, if you're a serious marketer, you're not going to put a PayPal link on your website. Now, some of them do. I mean, I know some of them do, but and this is just my own vision. Okay, if you're a real marketer, then you're going to have a regular merchant account. You're going to have your own. You're going to have a link that's not a freaking PayPal link. That to me is affiliate 101 when you first get started. Which isn't to say that a person that just gets started doesn't have valuable product, but I just look at that with a set of eyes of you're my minority, and you're not my normal person that I'm going to rep. So, and if we can't do all of them, we can't do all of them. It's just it's the facts of life. I want everything. I think you guys know that about me, and if you don't, you will. If someone says no, it can't be done. My response usually is something that's expletive, and let me find a way. That's just how I run. So I'm not done with the conversation yet internally, but for the moment, the bottom line is you can't do everything, and there's some website owners that have iframe busters built into their sites. And I think we discovered one a couple weeks ago, didn't we? I don't remember who it was, but on one of my whether it was one of our calls or one of our webinars, we discovered someone that actually had a frame buster built into their site. I don't remember what it was, but nobody can ever promise to do everything for everybody. and I'm the last person to make that promise. So, so that's.
Okay, so that basically the answer is to test it and see if
Yeah.
it works, because there are many different kinds of merchant accounts, and maybe there are some who do have that iframe buster, but at this point, I don't know, I'm just guessing that maybe there are many that don't. So we
Yeah.
just need to test.
Our experience so far has been that the majority don't. I mean, if let's put it this way, we're into this 4 or 5 months right now, and we're having the conversation now, as opposed to week one. So it's not been a majority issue at all, and I've not run into it at all yet. So so to me, it's and not to negate it or give it less energy, than it deserves. I don't see it as being a showstopper by any stretch of the imagination. We're making money with SiteWrap left and right, so with links that do work. So if you're an affiliate marketer, the bottom line is, well, actually, for any marketer, for anybody with anything that you're doing online, you always got to test your website. You got to test every single link you have, and I would test this. I would test the links within the iframe as well. It's just good business, and that really is kind of the bottom line. If it's not working, then don't wrap it. Put an intermediate page in there, or you can, the other thing you can do, which I'm not sure I recommend, but it was just a thought that I hallucinated on earlier today, would be to take like a flat image of the site and you put that on your page, let them change the link to take them to the actual site, so they're just going from one place to the other, but by that time you retargeted them, and they're at the other site to buy. And again, remember the vast majority of people that you send to a website are not buying anything from you or from the affiliate owner. If you look at the stats, you're looking at a very small number of people that are actually going to buy the product when they get to the page, and that's not bad. That's just what is. So if you are able to wrap that page and collect the data and retarget, then you're still taking advantage of all the marketing that's available to you. So you can think about that as another alternative. Have an intermediate page, if you will, and that's another option for you. Are you guys following that? Okay, I'm not saying.
Cool. Yeah, that helps. So that
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm just looking for ways to make things work. So if we can't let those buy buttons work, then let's throw something else in there. Let's put an intermediate page that automatically forwards, perhaps. And again, we'll brainstorm this with Matt and see what we can put together. Maybe, and Gary, let's think about this. Maybe if we have pages we can't use, we create an intermediate page that has the retargeting cookie in it that then forwards to the actual page that's not wrapped. So at the very least, we're able to throw a cookie in in the meantime to remarket that particular product. That may be a way to do it. Does that make sense?
There, there are ways, Ken,
Mm.
particularly for those resellers who are product owners who want to capture everything on the sales page and
Mm.
then send people through a series of hoops before they get to the offer.
Yeah.
You can actually bypass it. Our
Yeah.
situation,
Mm.
if the product appears to you to be wonderful and the person is a great product producer,
Mm.
but they can't write copy to
Yeah.
save their lives,
Mm.
you create on your own site a sales page that you would be proud of,
Mm.
and then link through as far down their sales funnel as you can so that you can introduce your audience to the quality continuity.
That's a good point. Did you guys understand that? In other words, just bypass their sales page altogether, create your own if you really love the product, for example, if you're really committed to it, and then just direct them straight to the buy button. Okay. Um, okay. Thanks, Jennifer, for that comment. Um, so that again, there's ways to play with it, and we're gonna look for some additional solutions, and we'll come up with some best practices for you guys. The likelihood for a lot of you guys to rewrite a sales page is probably smaller than you're willing to do. Uh, Unless you're committed to that product and really want to actively promote it, I mean, on a long-term basis, you're probably not going to go wild and crazy writing a sales page unless it's something that you think is fundamental to your business, or you're going to want to continually be offering it to your tribe on a regular basis. For those people that are doing one-shot campaigns, you're selling the product of the week or whatever. You may not want to put all that energy and effort in. I will tell you that as you grow your business, at least my perspective on this is that you want to pick the products you're selling very carefully. You want to pick them to match the needs of your audience so that you're selling something that's relevant. Google looks for relevancy in your website. Well, as a customer, I look for relevancy as to what you send me. Don't send me crap because it's the deal du jour. Send me something that will make sense to help build my business. It's just like the way we're going to promote SiteWrap. I just came off of the marketers cruise with 400 marketers from all over the world, and the conversation was really simple. Do you have a blog? Do you sell affiliate products? Do you do video marketing? Do you? Great. Well, then you need this. I mean, it was totally relevant because it met their needs. There are people there that there was one person who carves wood and makes those incredible wood furniture and stuff. This ain't for her. It doesn't fit. So when you start putting your offers together to other people, I urge you to look at your tribe as your family, look at your audience as people that you really care about, and only send them things that are going to be relevant to them so that it matters. And if that's the case, then you may want to put some extra energy and effort into your promotion and not just copy and paste the sales copy that's provided to you by the product promoter, but actually make it work specifically for that. Now, some of you do that already, but if you're new to the game, it's really easy to just cut and paste and mail and forget that people you're mailing to are you. When I send it a mailing now, and this has been a transformation for me, when I send it a mailing now, I don't just send to my list. I send a mailing to Jonathan and to Linda and to Julianne and to Jody and Jennifer and David and Cynthia and Mike and Tim and Tom and all that. I send it to a human, not to my list. And there's a big difference there. And people notice that. So I urge you to take that approach. And then it may be that you want to change some sales copy. You may want to give them a different page that links them to. You may want to do a little video and says, here's why I think this is important for you, and then send them to the other person's sales page. There are a couple of times I've mailed in the past where I've said, guys, this sales page really, really sucks, but the product's great. So look past it. And that actually had a better click-through rate because we were like, let's see what Ken thinks really stinks. But regardless of that, just go out with integrity, and I think it will really help you all along the way. You'll sell more. You'll sell better. Okay. Any questions before we go back to yeah.
Can I add to that, which is
Yeah.
a general business tip?
Mm.
I don't know if other people have received, as I do, frequently an email, dear first name. If you are communicating with your audience via email marketing, it is strongly suggested that you send your first to another email account of yours so that you can see how it appears. And notwithstanding that you think what you composed made sense, when you read it in an email, question, is this passing on the information that I want to? Is this hitting the spot I want? Because there are certain marketers who've now are reaching out and sending me 5 emails a day on the same offer.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It really impresses me.
Yeah, it's become problematic, and we have to get known for our quality and our content. And I mean, I was gone for a week. I think I mailed twice, and you guys may appreciate this. I did not use the internet on the ship at all this year. Gary, you'll love hearing that. Year one, my internet bill was $400. Year two was about $200. This year was zero. I logged on when I hit certain ports, but I did not send emails past Tuesday. There were things I wanted to share with you guys, but you know what? I wasn't feeling it, and I knew if I wasn't feeling it, then you were going to feel Ken's not feeling it, and that he's just throwing stuff against the wall. I didn't mail you. I didn't mail you today either, except for you guys to make sure you got here today. You just got to be real with your people, real with your audience, and yeah, you got to test everything you do. Send test emails out. Click the links in the test emails, and even then, things will still break. They've broken for us before. So anyhow, let's see, make that 10 emails in 10 minutes. Wow. Thanks, Debbie. So anyway, and Debbie, I got to share with you some stuff on the cruise. I will talk to you guys more about the cruise after I get a voice back. But let's jump back to video marketing because Michaela had some questions and I want to make sure we get those answered. So now we can go back and let's see. Okay, so she wants to know a little bit about YouTube marketing. Okay, cool. So, excuse me. Sure, I'll be happy to go into.
Actually, Ken, it
Yeah,
not necessarily. I just jumped in again to interrupt you.
yeah. Go right ahead.
Not necessarily YouTube. Yeah, not necessarily YouTube video. Just in general, just to explain that number two a little bit more, because I do a lot of YouTube video embedding, and I'm also playing a lot more with video and uploading my own as well these days.
Okay. Well, see, here's the is it Christmas? Sounds like Christmas out there. It's outside the Salvation Army, or is it
No,
Santa?
that's Michaela's turkey.
Oh, I love it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, my point with video marketing was this, and we could spend years talking about video marketing. You're going to be seeing a lot more coming out from us over the next few months because it's something that we've been needing to do more of, and I think everybody can use more video marketing to help them out. Video it can be very viral. Video can be very helpful, and gosh, there's so many things. And with YouTube particularly, given that Google owns it, if you have a decent video, Google is going to put that very high on the search engine. So, on their own results. So you're going to find that to be very powerful for you. Now, what I was saying about SiteWrap is this: YouTube will allow you to put what they call annotations on your video. So you can put like a little call out saying, "Hey, wasn't this cool?" or a little annotation that says, "Hey, click here to buy," for example. That click here to buy can lead to a number of different things. It can lead to another video. It can lead to oh, Matt's just sent us a message. He's still trying to log in. He's got a lousy 3G connection in the car. Anyway, the thing with video is they do allow you to go to other places. Like I said, like to a YouTube video, to a fundraising site, whatever. YouTube has begun to allow, I guess within the past year or so, allow us to link to websites that are outside of YouTube. And that's an external annotation as far as they're concerned. Okay. But they will only allow you to link to sites that you control. And they do that by having you upload a one line of HTML code that Google can track. It's just a tracking link, like for Google Analytics. And as long as it's on the site, then Google says, okay, cool, you can link to that. So, for us, it would be like we could link to boostyourpractice.com or iBoostify.com or totalpreneur.com, that sort of thing. And you've got to actually set it up, which means that for an affiliate, you can't link to an external site, external to you, for example, like to a JV Zoo site or to, I can't link to Michaela's site, for example, okay, unless I own that site. Now, no affiliate's gonna, put your code on their site. That's just not gonna happen. So what's the benefit for SiteWrap? Well, by putting the external link, in an iframe on your site through SiteWrap, you are sending people to your own website, which Google will allow you to do. And when I say allow you to do, you just can't click the submit button unless that URL matches what's already coded into your account, based on what you've set up in previously. So that's the big benefit of SiteWrap relative to video marketing. Okay, you do want to have a call to action in your video. Now you can have a call to action, that you voice over or that you live action says, hey, click the link below, blah, blah, blah. But on YouTube itself, it's going to be a lot more powerful if someone can just click the video. Now, where the actual annotation says, click here to buy. Much more powerful. People like to click on videos. And they're being trained to click on videos with all those ads that are showing up. So I encourage you to do that, and SiteWrap again makes that process a lot easier for you because now you can take those external sites and send people directly to them through your own website. Does that make sense to you guys? I want to make sure everyone's got that followed. Okay, Jocelyn says yes. Good. All right. So those to me are the three biggest uses. And what we're going to do, by the way, from a marketing standpoint, is we're going to create three different funnels, if you will, or three different landing pages for people. That one will be directed towards bloggers, one will be directed towards video marketers, one will be connected to traditional affiliate marketers to serve their particular needs. Okay, Jocelyn says I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I tonight, given my throat, I'm not going to take you on a tutorial of how to set an annotation. As much as I would like to, I'm actually having problems right now. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube account, but I'm having difficulty getting an external annotation out. So when I get that sorted and have a voice back, I'll be happy to do it. But tonight I have to apologize, but not gonna do that. And he says Sean is who? Jocelyn. Uh, anyway, and you, I know, Jocelyn, you have tutorials that you already gotten from Gina, because she's already showed everyone how to do that in the past, because I've seen that. So you have that information. Okay. Um,
Yeah,
so
no, I'm unmuted now. No, Sean is my website page.
oh, okay, got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, then let's let Sean do that. But for those of you that don't know how to do it, I'm happy to demo it when I have a voice back and I sort out why suddenly uh, they're not reading my pixel. So I'm going to sort that out over the next week or two. So any other questions? You guys can ask anything. Okay, now for the new folks, do you guys have questions that are that are joining the family? You guys are really quiet. Come
Well,
on.
I'm not new, but
No, it's okay. I want to make sure everyone's served. Come on,
yes.
come on,
Ken,
come on.
Ken, just a moment ago, you mentioned.
Well, that
God,
was.
I'm getting.
You must muting your. Yeah, you're echoing yourself, I think.
Okay, Congo, cut it out. I'm getting an echo, and I don't think
You
that I
sure?
can.
Boy, you sure are. Okay, you're gonna type to me. But you might want to mute yourself because.
That's not me typing.
Oh, I can't tell who that was.
It's me, sorry.
You guys are so funny. Okay, I am still echoing. I wonder who that is. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, so okay, Michaela's mute. Okay, so what's the question? You guys type it in or whatever, because it just got all of a sudden very nicely quiet. Okay, or am I muted now? Let's see. Gary's muted. I'm here. You guys are all quiet. Okay, Gary, you're unmuted now. Okay.
Yeah, no, I switch myself on and off so that just in case any background noise might come through.
Okay. All right. So Julian's asking. Yeah, I think maybe it's you, Gary. Let me see. Let me mute you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's not you, Gary. It's muted. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's you, Julianne. Let me mute you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, you, Julianne. I just muted you. Okay, so I'm not new, but I've not set up and learned the basics. If you want to do that for newbies, I'll be thrilled. Okay, I would love to thrill you. Golly, I would love to thrill you. Excuse me. But let me see, Gary, are you cool with doing some basics for Julianne because this is probably gonna be more painful for her to listen to this than if she just went back to review some of the videos.
I'm happy to run through some stuff. There is a question from John. He had his hand up, and the question is the support line still the same after all of the changes?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Matt's still there. Matt will always be there. So just feel free and pop in to support. And by the way, let me add that I'm making new tutorials for you. Not this week, as you can tell. Brenda Vaccaro is on holiday. But when 1.0 is out, I'm going to redo them. So so that's going to be done, and I expect it'll be done first part of next week. Um, uh, Michaela says that you can't link you to an external account. I should have premium services, so I don't quite know why, but I'm going to check it out. Anyway, so yeah, Gary, I'll let you jump in and kind of go over some of the basics, and I'm going to shut up and try and drink some hot tea here.
Okay, so sorry, I was answering other questions in the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So what question can I answer? Because I'm actually not seeing other comments. The only chat I'm seeing, I'm not actually seeing, interestingly, all the chats.
Okay, Julianne, now you can mute yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, sweetheart. Okay, there you go. And you were missed this year, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, so what do you guys?
Thank you.
So Julianne, if you have a question, can you type it in if you can't talk? I would have no problem talking underwater with rocks in my mouth.
I can talk. I can talk. Just the basic setup that Ken went through at the beginning, but he said, I'm not going to tell you really how to do it because you've all seen it before. I haven't seen it before. So if you want to just do it quickly, I would love that.
Okay.
Okay, let me.
And by the way, would you mute yourself?
Sure.
The all of the things that we're going to show you now have all been done before, and they're all in the members area. And there's videos on all of that. I mean, we've demoed this a number of times, so I want to just be clear that we're not showing you something now for the first time. So it is there. We have no problem sharing it with you again now, but I want you to all to understand you don't need to wait for these calls. They are there. They are posted. We post everything that we do. We will have a more dedicated tutorial for the new features, specifically for the new features once 1.0 is out. We've not set tutorials for this for the stuff that Gary will show you now, simply because I knew that was like within 2 days I have to redo it, and of course that 2 days just went on. But we have demoed all the demos that we've done in the previous calls are all online, and I believe we did that at the very early part of the calls, so they're there for you in depth. Okay, so and that's in the members area, Debbie. They're right in the members area. So they're waiting for you, and then they're all lined up one after the other. Okay, so Gary, I'm going to shut up now, so you can fill in. And if you want me to,
Are you going to drive it and I'll talk, or do you want me to log in to the members area?
No, I'm.
and drive
You can. You tell me what you want to put in. I'll put it
in. So we're going to start at the top of the page where we're going to give our page a unique identifier.
Oh, okay, right here then. All right. Well, do you want to show the defaults or no?
I was going to start at the defaults.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay.
So let's start on the page we have here. Our target URL is that page that we wish to have incorporated inside the iframe that we are creating on our own site. Our home URL is where we wish to redirect our visitor after they have viewed what is inside the iframe. That can be, and this is where we get our retargeting, that can be back to our own front page or a page within our own site if we are doing a single wrap. In the more advanced model, where we wish to give them a range of information or range of opportunity, we can have cascading pages that they go from one site to another, to another, to another. And this is shown further on down the page as we see the number of options that are there. So, we've got up to 8, if my memory is right, that we can fill in. Oops, I'm wrong. Okay.
It's 10.
We have a number.
It's 10. It's 10. That's cool.
10. Okay, it's changed. It's changed.
But no one's ever going to go that deep. I mean, reality is no one will probably go past 3 or 4. But we gave you one.
And you need to understand who your audience is. For some, you may decide that you only wish them to see one. For others, you may like to give them alternatives. This is where the wrap product offers you the flexibility of sharing with your community. Having decided the number of wraps that we are going to do in the home URL, we then look at what percentage of the target URL we want to show inside the frame on our site. 1 represents 100%, 0.9 would be 90%. Again, you will be testing to see, does it look fine on your site? Does it blend in with what you wish your site to portray? Included in the wrapping capability is the branding of your own site, your own URL. You have to, at the first time setting this up, identify where you have uploaded this to. So for those who need this decoded, we have the HTTP, we have site.com, and then it sits inside WordPress in the contents folder, in the uploads folder, in the year, the month, and the actual file name. You have the option of deciding how high you would like that image to be. These are in pixels. Keeping in mind at all times that area of the screen which is called above the fold line is the most valuable real estate that you have on your web page. You could make the image height 250 or 300 if you felt your image needed to make a statement. You must consider, I suggest to you, that that is taking away from the informational page, part of your page where you are engaging with your visitor. If they already know your heading, why waste valuable space? But it is your choice. The background color is from the color picker as to what you wish to have fill in between the end of your top URL image and the page. We next come on to the retargeting script. Here in the example that's used, we are using an AdWords retargeting script. We could use others such as AdRoll or Perfect Audience. Retargeting and the benefits and the purpose of retargeting should really be a subject for a more in-depth discussion. It really is keeping in contact with the visitor after they leave. You have got a method of being able to grab their attention or tap them on the shoulder.
I'm going to show you something here real quick. If I can find it real quick. Let's see.
So I'm letting Ken.
No, I'm looking for.
Through
I'm looking for something to show everybody that I can show you real quickly here. I'll see if I can find it real fast. That might make things a bit easier. Here we go. Give me 1 second. This might make it easier for everyone to understand what you're talking about, Gary. I'm hoping I'm loading it up right now. Here we go. Okay, here we go. This may help. Can you guys see this?
Okay, so you have somebody on your site, point 1, your potential customer. They're visited, they're sitting on your site. They have eaten up some of your bandwidth already and taken some knowledge from you. For a reason, they decide they're going to leave without following up on any of the information that you've offered them or even the opportunities. Later on in the day, or even longer, they are in particular searching under Google if we're using the AdWords retargeting. So I'll give you an example. If you have ever gone into Google and you have searched for, well, let me just say, a GPS. You want to buy somebody a global positioning TomTom or Nav, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're looking to see, is there a better price in Best Buy or where there's a deal on it, or you want to get some specifications on it. So you are tracked by Google to say you have an interest in GPS. Suddenly, later on in the day, you're going somewhere else, and suddenly you're seeing ads appearing offering you deals on GPSs, which have nothing to do with the query that you may be entering hours later. This happens because you're being retargeted. Now, if you have AdSense ads running, your ads may be reappearing later on. So even though they have left at stage 3, your ads are displayed, which may attract them back to your site in 4 and 5, and they may convert from being a visitor and potential into being an actual customer.
And by the way, you're also talking about being able to do it on Facebook, because if you look back inside our control panel here, where it says Ad Roller Perfect Audience, those two companies specifically or for primarily focus on Facebook retargeting, so that you can have those ads following people around inside of Facebook. The AdWords is on all the Google, it's through Google's network. So it's pretty cool, and it will make you a lot more money. I mean, a lot more money. It's one of the biggest selling features that I see for me with SiteWrap, because it's got a much more specific and measurable and demonstratable result. So anyway, I'll let you keep going, Gary.
Well, that really is what I'd call the basic.
Yeah. And then the execution of it, let's just make a wrap real quick so everyone can see what we've done. And Linda, if you're still here, this will make you really happy. She was so excited. You don't have to go in to create a page. So let's go ahead and somebody give me a website they want us to wrap, and we'll just do it real quick. I will wait.
Sendreach.com.au.
All right, cool. There we go. Okay. So let's wrap. Okay, so it's SendReach. I didn't realize that.
.au.
Okay. And where do you want to send
it? Let's get the Aussies in there.
Okay, cool. And then let's send them back to where?
Send them back to Totalpreneur.
That's actually forwarded. I don't think the website isn't ready yet, but let's do that. Totalpreneur, and I got to tell you guys what Totalpreneur is all about, and then we may have an easier day to day. Okay, that's it. It's all in there, because the Zoom level, guys, is the same as you set up before. Okay, that's default. Your top image is a default, and you can change it if you like.
Can you spelling is wrong?
Yeah, it sure is. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And image height 110, cut back from color. So what we'll do is hit the button, create site wrap. Excuse me, and there it is. And now there's your message. Now it says wrap sales funnel, but the sales funnel has one item in it. So don't be misled that you have a giant funnel. It lists the pages here, and here's the link. And all we're going to do is click on that link, and you'll see the wrap page in a second. It's in the sendreach.com.au fills in. Here we go. So there you go. It's all in there. And then the return. Let me just get my control panel out of the way here. My return to site is just clicking here and it's going to go to totalpreneur.com.
Ken, can you just hold it a sec? Oh, can you just go back a second there?
Sure.
And I would like you to hover the mouse on the top left-hand side, where you will see that there's a slight change before the iBoostify on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah.
That is the background color that we chose.
Yeah, and it doesn't match exactly. It's actually off a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, but that's perfect because it actually shows.
Yeah, it is. for our purposes today, it's great. It should match exactly. And if you use the color picker, it generally will. In fact, there's I'm in Chrome right now. You can see over here, this little thing over here that will let you color pick eyedropper. And if you just click on that, it will allow you to go over here, and it'll tell you in a second what the actual color is. So let me just go back to this, and then we just click over. It may not work because I've got a clickable link here. Yeah, it's because it's going somewhere else. But anyway, that's the idea. You can get a color picker, and it's free. And this takes you back to, oh, we do. I guess we do have this as on Totalpreneur. So this is an older version of our new sales page that we've modified a little bit. So yeah, it's really that simple. You know, I mean, it's as you saw. So you can do a wrap in seconds once you know what the sites are that you want to wrap. So, are there any other?
I'm happy to take any more questions.
Yeah, and Gary, I'm so grateful for your
requests.
Yeah.
Just going to ask me to sing.
Oh, I had that.
My singing sounds like Ken's voice.
Oh God. While we do this, let me share with you guys the let's see if I have this up here. Let me let's see 1 second. I just want to share this with you real quick. Where'd it go? Is this it? Here we go. Yeah. So I'm going to share the what's going on with us branding wise, so that you understand what's going on here. We created the Institute for Totalpreneurship as a way of supporting all of our software and all of our tools and services as we create them. Because frankly, the software by itself is great, but unless you know how to use it, unless you know the purpose, like for retargeting and have the strategies for using retargeting and so on, you're kind of getting only part of the story. And really, the value that you get with us at iBoostify and iBoostify SiteWrap is these calls. For example, we do 2 of them a month if you're new with us, and they vary in time. This may be a shorter call than our usuals. Last time we got in trouble for going long. We went very long, actually. But our objective is to serve you and give you the training. So we're creating the Institute for Totalpreneurship to give you the background and the support to build your businesses. And as I explained it on the Marketers Cruise this past week, an entrepreneur is a partialpreneur. A totalpreneur has everything. And that's having a life of fun and awesomeness to a business that throws off a big chunk of money that could be either cash flow or something that you built for saleability, and the balance of both of them. And understand that it's going to be like a seesaw, because you're always out of balance. I mean, a car is always out of balance. That's why you have a steering wheel to adjust the trajectory that you're sailing down the highway in. So we've created the branding of Totalpreneur to really recognize that there's a lot more to it than just making a couple of dollars. This is a whole lifestyle that we've adopted, and we want to celebrate that. And so we're going to do that in 5 basic ways. The first way is to get you more of the perfect client. So the right customer, right client. And we'll share that and teach you how to generate traffic, how to convert the traffic, how to use, and there'll be a lot of strategies and tactics, but the main avenue is to generate the best customers for your business. The second element that we focus on is to improve the customer value, the lifetime value of that customer, to allow them to come back more and to spend more money with you whenever they come back. And ultimately turn them into raving evangelists, so that the first part of getting the ideal client becomes self-actualizing. It just happens on its own because everyone's so excited they refer people to you automatically. The third component is your operations, procedures, and systems. We call it ops. And that's going to be whether it's your hiring practices, how your autoresponder works, the computer systems that you use, your accounting, your actual systems manual, so that if a key person leaves your organization, nothing stops. You can just pass on the tutorials to the next person and not miss a step. Really important stuff. I mean, really important stuff. And when I was talking about systems and procedures, I mean, if you set up a meeting once a month to plan out the next month or two down the line, so there are no surprises and no rushes, so much the better. The fourth element that we'll be focusing on is mastering your inner game. Uh, because, quite frankly, many of us, okay, rephrase, all of us, at one point or another, are our own worst enemy. And there are people here with us right now that I have taken to task based on your languaging, where your languaging is self-defeating, and we won't allow that to happen. So, in terms of building a better you, we're going to work on enhancing your inner game. And by the way, this comes from a person who has been the king of beat up, self beat up for many, many, many years. So I have a little bit of experience in this department. So we'll get further into that. And then last but not least is the lifestyle of total abundance, and that's where we focus on things like health and how to overcome terrible sore throats, to so health, energy, vitality, lifestyle in terms of travel and enjoyment, uh, uh, relationships, spirituality, the whole business. Oh, and investing, of course, so that you really have the ability to monetize even better than before. Those are the 5 areas that the Institute of Totalpreneurship will be focusing on. There will be certifications. There will be, I mean, something really structured and a lot of guest faculty, because at the end of the day, an institute isn't about one person. It's really about serving the needs of the student base. And so there'll be a number of coaching programs available. There will be uh, a wide variety of curriculum with a wide variety of people that specialize in their areas. And I've got some really terrific people lined up for you guys. So it's very, very exciting to me to bring that to you. It's really like a kind of a culmination of life's work for me to put it together. At the end of the day, um, at the end of the day, my objective is to have all of you guys joining us in Nepal in September, September 5th through I guess it's 18th. It's going to be a 13-day adventure, and it's going to be amazing. We'll be arriving at one of the highest and most sacred festivals that occurs in Nepal. That's why we chose those dates. So as soon as we get there, we'll be in festival mode. I couldn't think of a better way to start. We'll be flying around Mount Everest. We'll be trekking for 4 days into the most beautiful mountains, the Annapurna Range, which I did with my mom. She's nearly 80 years old. So if mom can do it, you guys can do it. We will be visiting some of the coolest ancient temples, both for the Buddhists as well as the oh gosh, I'm going blank. Um, oh golly, I'm going blank right now. It's it'll come to me. So I apologize for those of you that are if you know what I'm talking about, just pipe in. But I'm going blank. Hindu. Thank you, Michaela. The Hindus. So there's a lot more. We'll be doing a day of service and volunteering. We'll be sleeping under the stars one night. We'll be riding elephants and looking for rhinos and taking baths with the elephants. I mean, this is going to be a life changing adventure, and you can't come unless you have the income and you have the ability to leave your business for a couple of weeks. It's that simple. Yes, we'll have Wi-Fi. Don't worry. We will. We've already arranged to have Wi-Fi up on the mountain and all that business because I was there, been there, done that. But at the end of the day, you've got to really be able to do this seamlessly. And we plan 4 trips a year. It's all part of my Excalibur Society. So I want you all there, and we want to make sure that you have all the support that you need to get there. And that's really what at the end of the day it's all about for me. Um, so I'm looking if I can see. Um, okay. Oh, okay. This was your thing, Nikki. Okay, cool. Let me jump in real quick and show you the whoops. Show you the members area if I can get in there real quick, and maybe that'll answer. Some people can't find the tutorial, so uh, here we go. Let's see if I can get in here. If I'm still logged in. I guess Ken's got to log in. Let's see. let's just get in and I'll show you where the tutorials are. Some of them may be a little bit hidden for you. Enjoy the mountains, not the Wi-Fi. Yeah, Nikki, the logo was designed by Fricks, who's my guy. Fricks has been with us for over 2 years. He's a brilliant designer, and we're really lucky to have him. I mean, it's great. So where are we here? Let's go into our members area for SiteWrap. Okay, here we go. You're going to find it as WP Brand Wrapper for right now. We're moving everything over to totalpreneur.com for our support, and it'll be rebranded fully as SiteWrap. But this is the page you're looking at in the members area, and hang on, it's just not scrolling very well. Okay, scrolling down here, there's your first tutorial here. Is at this point a bit outdated. So go scroll down towards the end. This is all of the videos that we've done for all of our strategy sessions or our mastermind sessions, and you'll find they're not dedicated as tutorials, but they're all in here. They're all in these videos. So that's where you'll find your support for the moment. I will be creating specific videos on the new interface once it's done. So because again, because we thought we would have it done sooner, I was sort of waiting for that. Okay. If you guys need David, if you want a banner, just put something in the support, send us over a logo and what you want, and my guys will take care of it for you. Okay. Happy to do that. The new offer for SiteWrap will have some additional benefits with it. I'll tell you what that's going to be, and for you guys, we're just going to take care of things for you. Let me go back up to your initial question, Nikki. Her question is, I'm just now getting to a position where I'll be able to use Brand Wrap or SiteWrap, and I've been going through the recordings when time permits. There's a lot of information, there sure is. Are the tutorials combined in the plugin? No, the tutorials are right where I'm showing you now. In the middle of moving for the next week to have to take it back. Okay, cool. So you got a couple weeks to wait. So when you come back in a couple of weeks, you will see some new stuff that'll be much more clear. Do you have a recommended template and where I can find the tutorials? Is that for a WordPress site? Is what you're asking me for? I'm not really sure. And let's see. Okay, so yeah, Nikki, get more clear for me if you would as to what specifically you want with respect to templates, and then we'll take care of that for you. So David, you got my answer on that one. Lynn's asking, can you tell me the site that has been wrapped? Can the owner of the site know that their site has been wrapped? Unless they're finding out through the search engines that you've been indexed, the owner of the site you're wrapping is not notified. There's, their site's still appearing. They're appearing with an iframe on your site. So can they find out? Yeah, I mean, Aileen, I think it was you, Aileen. No, it wasn't. It was Cindy Paris. Had a site owner actually unhappy that they were wrapped, and the person was clearly an idiot. And I say that with all the love in the world, because when Cindy explained to this person what the benefits were and what she was doing, there was never a response back after all the nastiness. When you wrap somebody, you don't change their links, you don't change what you're doing, you just put their site in and you're done. You don't do anything to modify what they've created. So you're not hurting anybody, you're actually helping them. Okay.
Ken, can I re-describe that?
Sure.
Is you're actually projecting their page onto your site.
That's great, Dave. I like that.
So
I like that, Karen.
You're really doing them a favor.
Yeah, you sure are.
It is a law of reciprocity in the sense.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, on the affiliate side, you're making them more money. So if they're unhappy, they're an idiot, as far as I'm concerned. If you're doing it on a blog side, you're exposing them. And remember, on a blog side, curation is common and ordinary. That's part of that's people are counting on that so they can build their businesses. So all you're doing is helping other people all the way down the line and getting paid to do the same thing. Nikki's asking about a WordPress theme, and the question you're wanting, you're just getting started. Is there a theme that we recommend? I guess is that the question. We have a couple of themes that we're looking at, and really the themes right now for a lot of us that are looking to get Google juice, we use something called My Instant Theme for Business. It's not cheap. It is $100 for the theme, and then you want the blogging toolbox part that goes with it, which is another $100. We can hook you up on that. We can set it up for you. It is, to me, very involved. It is also one of the ugliest uh, um, themes I've ever seen in my life. And that's my own personal opinion. There are people that love it from a graphical side. I think it's hideous. We're cleaning it up. We're modifying it, modifying the look and feel of it to make it a lot more comfortable for my eyes. But the reason why we use it is because it's got a lot of stuff in the background that allows the search engines to index you. And I mean, there's some cool things, like I said, back behind the kimono. My team knows more about it than I do. I've done it. We all have our blind spots. That's one of mine. Because I don't like the way it looks and everything, I've not mastered it. My guys have. So if that's something you want us to set up for you, we're happy to do it. There are other themes out there that you can use for your business. The big question is going to be, what are you trying to do? What's your business? What are you looking to accomplish in terms of themes? We've added,
Ken,
yeah.
one of the most important practical aspects of assessing a WordPress theme, I believe, is the speed in which your site will load.
Yes.
If you are looking for any form of search engine optimization, and by search engine optimization, I am talking about Google in particular looking at your site more favorably than any other. The speed of loading is a critical assessment factor that they will rank your site on. There are some absolutely incredibly beautiful, magnificent sites that have got the most artistic layout, but you need to have a cup of coffee as they're loading.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So a combination of, in my personal view, is simplicity and effectiveness and minimalization, if I can describe it, to get the presence you wish in the most effective way possible. And in particular, in today's viewing, is the number of pictures in particular that you have, and that you ensure that they are optimized so that they are displayed the fastest. There are two benefits from that. Number one, Google will look on your site more favorably. And secondly, your bandwidth. You are not downloading huge amounts to your visitor's site.
Yeah.
So there are many factors to consider.
Yeah. Let me add to that, Gary, and thank you. And I love following you because you talk so much more slowly than I do, that it encourages me to speak more slowly, which hurts a lot less. So thank you for that. There are other things to consider too, and one of them that I encourage you to recognize is that you want to understand the purpose of your website when you choose a theme. And what I mean is, if you're running an e-commerce site, your theme is going to be a lot different than if you're just running a regular blog site versus if you're running a content sort of site. I mean, it's very different. I bought a theme recently that was specifically for ebooks because it allowed for some great ebook presentation of what's inside of it and so on and so forth. So you want to be mindful of what your purpose is. One of the big problems that newbie businesses, for example, will make is they'll make a really pretty site. It'll be gorgeous, but it will accomplish nothing. It will not get any leads. It will not get any sales. It will not do anything other than people go, "Oh, that's nice." And so, the purpose for your site is the first thing of all. Getting the site to load right and load properly is really important. And one of the things that you want to be mindful of, and this I'm getting real specific for a second, so but I want you to have this detail because I made this mistake for years. When you load a picture into your website, make sure it's the same size you want it to actually appear in. WordPress will allow you to resize your media, your pictures, inside of WordPress, and you can reduce it to 10%, for example. But if you do that, you're causing WordPress to actually have to work on the fly as they deliver the page online. And the more you have WordPress do that, the more functions have to be run before the site actually appears on your viewer's screen, which means, as Gary so eloquently said, you may as well go ahead and make coffee, because it will take a while. So there are things like that you need to be mindful of. This may sound like a plugin, it probably is, but if you want us to create a WordPress installation for you, we have offered a done for you component for that. It's not online yet. We don't have a sales page for it or anything, but we're happy to do that. Matt's team takes care of that. What you may not know about Matt, who's our programmer, for those of you that don't know Matt, Matt and his wife created a school in the Philippines that trains young adults in the skill set of online commerce. And they just graduated a class. The kids are really great, and they're doing all this work for us. We're supporting the school. We're paying significantly more money to get the services done than they would normally do if they were to do it on their own. So there's a lot more money that's coming to the kids and the families and so on. And we're supporting the school, and the government supporting the school too. So it's really a nice symbiotic relationship. Matt and staff are overlooking that. So these guys are the ones doing the work for you. If you want us to do that, let me know. Just drop a line in support at totalpreneur.com, or support at iBoostify.com, and they'll get you hooked up. Okay. Let's see. Gary's extremely soft. Okay. Yeah, Nikki's having trouble. Nikki, you may need to ultimately log in the future, because Gary sounds perfect on my end. See, I think it may be your Mac. But what I do, Nikki, what you might want to do is plug a headphone in your headset. I do that, and I usually get a lot better volume out of that. Okay. I don't know what ebook theme it was, but if you do me a favor, just pop a message into the support, and they'll let me know, and I'll go look it up. I don't remember what it was. It was not expensive, but it was really pretty. So feel free. Yeah, David, support at totalpreneur.com, or support at iBoostify.com. Our prosperity course is expired. The domain expired, and it wasn't on auto renew, so they're trying to fix it for me right now. Aileen says Matt rocks. Yeah, I agree. Gary, Cynthia says you're not loud enough, so be careful in the future.
Well, thank you, Cynthia. That is not normally the complaint people have in my company.
That is absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Okay. All right, you guys. Any other questions, concerns, comments that you want to share with us today? And while you pop in the chat or whatever, I do want to let you know we're going to do a webinar on Wednesday for the general public, and that'll be Wednesday evening in America. In the U.S., it'll be Thursday morning for you guys. Same bat time, same bat station as this one for those of you in Asia and in Oz.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi. I'm trained. Anyway, we'll be doing. It'll be a Q&A. It'll be a couple of tools and tips. It'll be some thoughts from the cruise, assuming I still have a voice in 2 more days. I'm hoping I do. It'll introduce a new coaching program that we've got for you guys as well. So be looking for that. And then next week, I'm doing a credit webinar for my friend Sean Carpenter. I will invite you guys all to join us if you have interest in improving your credit. We'll bring you on. We'll invite you to come and play with us. Nikki says, so glad I purchased this. Looking forward to implementing it. Me too. Lots of cool things brewing, Linda. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aileen loves your accent. Debbie said, oi, oi, oi. Will you give us the info so we can apply to it? Yeah, Michaela, I'll be happy to do that. Okay, thanks, John, for that. Cynthia, you are so cute. Cynthia says, I'm raspy sexy. This is recorded. Everything we do will be recorded for sure. I know I do, Aileen. As soon as this is over, I'm going to shut my mouth. Everyone's oi oi oing back. And Cynthia says Matt's awesome. You guys are fabulous. I love you all. Lots of cool things happening for this year, and I'm excited to have you guys be part of them. If there's no other questions, let's do takeaways. A combination of the cruise, a lot of air conditioning in and out. The cruise, I got to tell you, you guys, next year you want to be on the cruise, and I'll tell you more about that later on in the week. But Gary's been on the cruise, a number of you have been on the cruise, and I was very, very pleased and honored to represent Debbie on the cruise this year because Debbie couldn't make it. So thank you for that, Debbie, for letting me be there for you. Cynthia says, thanks, Matt, for helping me with my issue on the site and fixing it. Yeah, Matt, I got to tell you guys, Matt is so committed to this. He's so excited about this. There's more coming. Boy, there's a lot more coming for you guys with different services just than SiteWrap. So it's going to be a very, very fun year. So what takeaways do you guys have from today?
Well, number one is not to organize a webinar the 2 days after getting off the cruise.
Yeah, I know.
Every cruise, because of the air conditioning,
Yeah.
voices go.
Yeah. I don't remember it happening like that last year, but I didn't do a webinar like the next day or day after. My voice has gotten worse progressively, but like I said, I really didn't want to lose another week. I knew there's some people that were new, and I just really wanted to honor my commitment to you guys to go out twice a month, and so that was just where I was with it. So, sorry for how badly I sound, because God knows it ain't pretty on my end. Nikki's takeaways
Thank you, Michaela.
to implement. Jennifer says I'm clear now on SiteWrap and for annotations. That's great. Gary was my doctor last year. Yeah, that's great. Anything else? Anybody else? Michaela says think big, bigger than PayPal. Yeah, absolutely. For God's sakes. Yeah. There's so much more. Michaela, you absolutely, you're so bright at what you do. You can absolutely play a bigger game, and absolutely play a bigger game. Cynthia says, breathe more deeply. Release it. Oh, okay. This is great. I'll let you read that, Gary.
Cynthia's comment. Yes, I agree with it.
No, read it. No, read it out loud.
Oh, right, read it out loud. Breathe more deeply. Well, there's a challenge because some people can't hear me, so I'm going to speak louder. Breathe more deeply and release the toxins through your breath. 70% of toxins released through your breath. Breathe deeply into your heart and love yourself more today than yesterday. And as you breathe, do not use your lungs, but breathe through your diaphragm, please.
Yeah, thank you for that. Aileen says, learn to do a lot of videos. Yeah. Debbie says, take action. Nicola says, thanks, I need validation. Absolutely. David says, on the screen. I'm not sure I understand that. Debbie says, yes. Did I understand what you were saying? Oh, I see. Here we go. Got it. That was what it did on the screen. Got it. Okay. Blank template. Oh, yeah. No. David, blank template is no longer required. That's why you don't see it. But when you use the SiteWrap, well, let me go back to the dashboard. See if I can do it this way. I lost my dashboard. Hang on a second.
I think we can describe it as this is the old version,
yeah,
the non-updated version, and
well,
as is frequently one of the dangers of picking something up live to show when there's a new version about to come out.
Right.
You can actually show somebody something that's no longer needed, relevant, or pertinent.
Yeah. So you no longer have that. There isn't even a downloaded blank page template. So right now it just does it automatically for you, which is kind of cool. So no longer a need to it. If you want to wrap.
Why, Linda, are you trying to wrap? a child page. I
Okay,
need to understand what you're trying to achieve.
I understand what she's talking about.
Great.
Yeah, because this is how we began, Gary. Remember, if you think back to a few months ago, we you and I were talking actually earlier today.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Linda, you go in and you edit. You just go into the page and you edit the page, and you can do it that way. Make it a child page if you want to. Okay. All right. I want to learn more about video wraps and retargeting scripts. We'll be doing more of that in the future, so don't you worry. We'll get there. Okay, cool. David says good. Yeah, Linda's cool. All right. I think we got everybody covered now. So there's more coming. Don't you guys worry. There's a lot more coming. Happy to keep serving, and we have more content that we got to post. We lost a little bit of, being away on the boat has lost a little bit of time on my productivity side. But boy, oh boy, worth coming to. Next year's cruise is the end of January. It will be going to places that don't really matter, and I say that because the fact that you're together with other people that you can learn from, bond with, grow with, doesn't matter where you go. I mean, this cruise, as an example, went to like St. Thomas. Well, I used to live on St. John right next door and across the pond at St. Croix. So St. Thomas was like, no, we had an office in St. Thomas. That was like no big deal. San Juan, I used to go there all the time. No big deal to me. Nassau. I mean, please, this was not a unique trip. I did no shore excursions, but who cares? I made some great connections. I mean, some $1 million connections on this particular cruise. So for those of you that are affiliate marketers, next year you will want to do this, and we'll give you more information. Next year it's going to go to Cozumel. It's going to go to Roatan. It's going to go to Belize. It will go to Stingray City in Grand Cayman. A really cool cruise. So
and Roatan is good because they have the zip lining there,
yep.
which is the highest in the in South America.
Wow. Oh, cool.
1,440 feet, and it is an absolute buzz.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that. And there's also I think tubing through a cave or something, which sounds kind of fun. So that'll be kind of cool. Will it work with Webinar Jam? We wrapped Webinar Jam, Debbie. We did. Where'd it go? In fact, Gary, you mentioned that to me today. It was an iBoostify, wasn't it?
Yes, I found it under iBoostify. Ken and I had a discussion earlier on where there was, when we were doing the parent and child pages, it was the fact of not having them indexed so that Google would not be indexing your iBoostify page or your wrapped page as it was then. And I actually found one that had somehow or other sneaked through, so I shared with Ken that it was on about page 14 that I was searching through. It was, and the reason why I brought it to Ken's attention was that it was so far down in the search engines that my view is that it was actually a negative effect rather than a positive.
Yeah.
Because you were way down there.
Yeah, Matt's gonna fix that for me.
Hey there, everybody.
Whoa.
Along with cousin Andy Jenkins.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. And Susan, I've got the microphone right at my mouth, so I can't do any better than it is right now. I apologize. Okay. Well, guys, if there's nothing else, I did it as A. That was just my thing, Linda. You do whatever the heck you want. I just chose A. So just because I do something doesn't mean that you have to follow what I do. Okay. Okay, kids. Anything, Gary, you want to add before we sign off today? We're going to go a little bit early, but I want to make sure that.
No, I'm just going to answer Linda again. Again, we're going back, and in beta, this is always an area that can lead to confusion when you refer back to what you did at a point in time, because this wrap may have been done under, I'm going to say, version 8.5. We're talking now about version 9.95 leading on to version 1.0.
Yeah,
right?
And the reason why we created parent and child was again, to categorize them. But now that we put them into a category of their own, it's a different ballgame. It's just easier. And
Okay,
your search
and
is
Linda's saying that she needs not to muck up the rest of her site. Sorry for talking across you there, Ken. Not certain what she's looking for there either.
okay.
I don't know if I'm creating an echo, but I'll say this really rapidly. I have a parent page W, which is where I collect all of my wrapped pages, so I can rapidly segregate them from all the other pages I'm creating on my site.
Right.
So for Gary, that's why I was asking the parent and child issue.
Yeah, and Linda,
Yeah.
the what Matt did was he created a specific category for wrapped pages, so you can now sort by category rather than having to worry about parent and
But
child.
if I just click on pages and it gives me the list of pages, where are those pages showing up? Because I've grouped my pages so I can rapidly get to them.
Yeah,
Between parent and child.
if you're able to sort by category, let me see if I can. Yeah, I'm echoing now here. Let's see if I can get in here. Pages. Let's look at pages. All pages. I know we're adding a sort feature for that, but here's your categories, right? So right now I can't click the top yet for categories. Matt's going to be updating that, but you'll see the category. Let's see something. There's a way to sort by the categories. Let me see if I can. I'm going to have Matt answer that actually, and he's not here. But we set it up as specific categories so that you can find them. And let me see if I can find this here easily.
You can also go through categories, click
Yeah.
the category itself, and
Ah,
under the normal WordPress settings, if you're looking under pages or posts, if you look under the category itself,
let's
under
see.
categories, you can then pull up everything that is
Here we go.
tagged as being within a category.
I'm trying to find where. I know there's a way to pull it up, but I don't know where to find it. But we set it up to be able to do that. And this is what it's called. So we'll make it easier to find, Linda. But that's what we've created that to solve the parent-child issue. It wasn't an issue, but it was sort of dumb. So there needed to be an easier way to do that. I just don't know right this minute how we find it. So I apologize for that.
Ken, can I just add something there?
Sorry?
Can I just add something about the category thing?
Yeah.
Because when I first uploaded that version where the categories were available,
Yeah.
The categories all showed up on the page, on my home page in the navigation bar. So I had to go and make them disappear through that settings thing. I just wanted to mention that.
Good point. Yeah, and you know what? You want to have a category. There's a plugin called Category Order. So if you go in and there's also things that'll show it. So these are the categories. And for example, IB SiteWrap, we don't want it to show up. We would want to actually move it down, down here, for example, just because we don't want to see it, and then it will not show when we have things that display. So this is just something you'll want to do. But thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, anything else? I'll count to 3. 1, 2. Okay, Debbie, thank you. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you, everybody. We're going to call it for right now. I appreciate all of you very much. Thanks again. Hopefully in 2 days, I'll have a voice to be able to do the other webinar that I planned. We will record everything. We will post this one up sometime tomorrow. Really appreciate you all. And to all, a wonderful evening or good day to you all in Oz. Thanks, Gary, very much for your help today. I really appreciate it.
Okay, catch you later, mate.
All right, bye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.